All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. When this NFL season got started for the New England Patriots, they honored the recently retired Tom Brady, who spent 20 of his 23 years in the NFL with the Patriots franchise, while also helping them account for all six of their Lombardi trophies. And when Brady ran on the field that day at Gillette Stadium, who knew that Brady being there would be the biggest highlight of the season for a Patriots quarterback so far? Now, in 2021, the Patriots used the first round pick on quarterback Mac Jones out of Alabama, who, on upon arriving in Foxboro, had some big shoes to fill, as he was going to be New England's franchise quarterback after Brady, not factoring in the stopgap 2020 season with Cam Newton. Now, in 2021, Jones threw 22 touchdown passes to help New England earn a playoff berth. But following the departure of offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels to become the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Jones's productivity has dipped, and with that, so have the fortunes of the Patriots. Now, through 5 games this season, New England is just 1-4, as this is their worst mark since Bill Belichick's initial year as Patriots head coach back in 2000. The Patriots have bottomed out as they've only scored 3 points over their last 2 games, which includes being shut out at home today, courtesy of the New Orleans Saints. This also marks the second consecutive game in which Belichick has benched Jones in the second half in favor of Bailey Zappi, as for the first time in a very long time, the Boo Birds were out today at Gillette Stadium. We don't need to see any more game film on Mac Jones to know that he is not the guy for Patriots at quarterback, and he doesn't have what it takes to get the job done there. And he might not have what it takes to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. But aside from that, it's also time for Bill Belichick to make some adjustments, as what he's doing right now ain't working. Now, I'll tell you like this for the Patriots. Tom Brady ain't walking through the door anytime soon. And if he is, he's there. He's going to sign some autographs. He's probably going to be in Robert Kraft's suite at Gillette Stadium and nothing more. And if you remember Brady's time in New England, his play and leadership were able to mask so many mistakes and deficiencies by Bill Belichick. Belichick has not, and this goes back to Brady's time there. Belichick has not done a good job drafting and developing players, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And his defenses, and of course, the defensive side of the ball is where he has gotten his bread buttered. His defenses are no longer that good, and they themselves are not able to overcome the struggles that this Patriots offense is currently having. Now, Belichick can no longer be the de facto general manager and head coach of the Patriots, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, good luck having him give up that post. And honestly, at the end of the day, Patriots owner Robert Kraft won't fire Belichick, and then Belichick is not going to resign. But the longtime owner of the New England Patriots might be forced to soon have to have a long and serious talk with his Hall of Fame head coach. Nothing lasts forever in this world. And at the end of the day, the Patriots cannot keep this ruse up. I mean, whether it's Matt Jones at quarterback or Bill Belichick, finding and developing and drafting talent, it is not working out. The ship has sailed past the New England Patriots, especially in the AFC East. And I know that New England is 1-4. You could make a very compelling case to say that the Patriots are the worst team in this division. They're 1-4. The Jets are 2-3, and the Jets could have easily beaten the Patriots in their contest that they had a couple of weeks ago at MetLife Stadium. But nonetheless, the quarterback play, the offense in general for the New England Patriots is stuck in the mud. And at the end of the day, things have to change for this franchise. And you look at the struggles of this New England Patriots team post Tom Brady. And of course, some people asked this question while Tom Brady was still with the Patriots. I'm going to ask it again right now. How much of the Patriots' success during their dynasty was Tom Brady and how much was Bill Belichick? You got some people that want to say it was 50-50. Even back then, I gave the edge in that to Tom Brady, and I'm going to continue to keep that edge with Tom Brady because, again, Brady's ability as a leader, Brady's ability on the football field, okay, to go out there and get the job done when the chips were pushed to the middle of the table, they were able to cover up a lot of things for Belichick because more often than not, Belichick figured, you know what, I could just plug and patch guys into my system on the offensive side, or actually on both sides of the ball, but especially on offense. And, Brady was able to go out there and make something out of nothing. I mean, you figure with the exception of Rob Gronkowski, who really was a diamond in the rough, if you will, there weren't a lot of guys over the years, that Belichick drafted. A lot of guys that Belichick brought in were veteran guys who knew how to get the job done. He has not done a good job as an administrator, as far as finding that talent through the NFL draft. And also in recent years, even going back to when Brady was still with the Patriots, we saw Belichick more often than not when it came to the first round of the draft, and he still does it, taking guys that nobody had on their radar as first round picks, taking guys that some people didn't even hear of as a first round pick. And at the end of the day, when you're drafting in the first round, you can't miss on those guys. They have to go out there and be impact players for you. It can't just be about your system. The game is changing. And if Bill Belichick doesn't make adjustments sooner rather than later, the game might pass him by. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give more credit to the Patriots dynasty towards Tom Brady than Bill Belichick because, again, Tom Brady's ability was able to mask a lot of things. And then let's not forget, Tom Brady did win a championship after leaving New England in his first year with Tampa Bay. And honestly, in all three of Brady's seasons with the Buccaneers, they were Super Bowl contenders. I know it didn't work out for them last year. They finished with a losing record, but nonetheless, you go back to that 2021 season, they were loaded. And I really feel that if, and of course that's a big if, it's easy to come back and say a couple of years after the fact, but if the Patriots, I almost said the Patriots because Brady had played so many years for New England, but if the Bucks had found a way to get past the Rams in that playoff game, I really do believe that they would have gone back to win the championship. And we saw the impact that Brady had on that team from year one down there. But let's get back to Mac Jones. The Patriots, with him at quarterback, they're now having being done to them what they did to so many teams for so many years with Tom Brady at quarterback. I mean, teams right now are licking their chops when they got to go out there and face the Patriots. When they have to face this Patriots offense, it's basically like, you know what? You shut down that run game on first down, you keep them in second and third and long, and then guess what? We're going to pin our ears back and we're coming after Mac Jones. Like Brady, Mac Jones is not that mobile, but I'll tell you like this: Mac Jones doesn't have the arm and the quarterback ability overall that Tom Brady did. And the thing is, Mac Jones just walked into the pressure cooker, whether he wanted to or not, because you got to be the guy to go out there and replace a legend and not just replace a legend. You got to replace a legend in a sports town in a big media market. It's like going out there and being the guy after Michael Jordan. It's like going out there and being the center fielder for the New York Yankees after Mickey Mantle. It's like going out there and being the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys after Roger Staubach. Very rarely does an NFL franchise have a scenario where they could say, you know what, we can go from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another. The Green Bay Packers did it, transitioning from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. It does not happen that often. The 49ers had it when they moved on from Joe Montana in favor of Steve Young, but still, it doesn't happen that often. And even in the case of Steve Young, as great as he was still always compared to Joe Montana in San Francisco. So fairly unfairly, or unfairly rather, this is the deck that Mac Jones has to deal with. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's the guy to get it done. We saw it again today for this New England offense. 1 of 14 on third down. He threw two interceptions. That pick six opened the floodgates for the Patriots right there. He also lost a fumble. He had similar numbers rather last week when the Patriots lost 38-3 to Dallas. You're talking about in your last two games, if you're New England, you've lost now 72-3 by a combined score. You have one of the worst offenses in the National Football League. And again, this is probably the first time really with the exception of an occasion here or there that the Patriots have been booed at Gillette Stadium. You probably got to go back to their days when they played at the old Foxboro Stadium to find the time when New England was consistently booed like this, but this is the way that they are. So you look at this New England team, they are spiraling towards a top five pick in next spring's NFL draft. And if that's going to be the case, with so many quarterbacks expected to be taken early on in next year's draft, would the Patriots start over at that position? I think they would if they finish that high. I think a lot of adjustments and a lot of changes are coming to this team. Not necessarily saying that Bill Belichick's time is up there. But if you're Robert Kraft, and Robert Kraft has spoken about this in recent years, about wanting to get back to the winning ways. And ever since Tom Brady's last season with the Patriots in 2009, New England has only had one playoff trip. They have not won a playoff game. And I'm not even going to say for the case of Robert Kraft, if you've had a taste of success. Robert Kraft has devoured success on his watch as Patriots owner. I mean, you think about it. He had nine AFC championships and six Super Bowl championships with the Brady Belichick combo. He also got there at the end of the 1996 season. So you're talking about 10 Super Bowl appearances on your watch as a team owner. You've had a lot of success from 2001 to 2019. No losing seasons for the Patriots. So it's one of those where Robert Kraft has had his fair share of success and then some. And when you've had so much success, you definitely want to get back to that. So right now, if you're Kraft, you're looking at it. Buffalo and Miami have flipped this division. They're the kings of the mountain, if you will. You're fighting, scrapping, and clawing with the Jets, and the Jets are just trying to keep it together until they get Aaron Rodgers back next year, and hopefully, for their sake, they can turn it around. But if you're New England, you got to get it going or else the ship is about to pass you by. So again, changes definitely are going to be made. I'll tell you like this, I don't see Mac Jones as the long-term answer for the New England Patriots at quarterback. Yes, he was a first round pick. I get it. But at the end of the day, Mac Jones benefited at Alabama from the system under Nick Saban. Mac Jones also benefited from the fact that he was throwing to first round picks darn near every time he dropped back to throw the ball. The likes of Henry Ruggs, Devonta Smith, Jerry Judy, and others. So at the end of the day, if you're Mac Jones, just chuck it up there and let those guys do what they do best. You know, a guy like Devonta Smith, he could take a 3 yard slant pattern in college in the SEC and take it to the house. The same thing could be said for the likes of Ruggs, Judy, and so many others because it was a speed at the wide receiver position for Alabama. But he's not the guy at quarterback for the New England Patriots. Again, he lost a lot when Josh McDaniels left to become the head coach of the Raiders. I could talk about that whole situation a whole lot for another day, but nonetheless, Josh McDaniels was meant to be an offensive coordinator. More importantly, Josh McDaniels was meant to be an offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots under Bill Belichick. And I think there was that transition period for Jones from Alabama to the NFL, and I think having Josh McDaniels there made it a little bit easier for him because of the similarities between Nick Saban and Bill Belichick with what they do. And I think that is why one of the reasons why Mac Jones had a better rookie campaign as compared to his last 2 years. Bill O'Brien's doing the thing right now offensively for the New England Patriots. And I don't think that Bill Belichick really did Mac Jones any favors last year with the offensive coordinator situation that he designed for this team. So again, as bad as things are for Mac Jones, I'm not blaming everything on him. A lot of this falls into the lap of Bill Belichick. But you look at this New England Patriots team right now; they're 1-4, and especially after looking so bad the last couple of weeks. The one good thing that they have going for them is that they'll be in Vegas to take on the Raiders next Sunday. But then again, that was a house of horrors for the New England Patriots last year when they lost to Allegiant Stadium to the Raiders. But then right after that, back-to-back divisional games. First with Buffalo at home, and then you're on the road against Miami. So this season is about to get away from the Patriots, and we're not even at Halloween. So things have to change for the Patriots because, like I said, they're in a territory that they have not been for a very long time. If Mac Jones continues to stink it up the way that he is, Bill Belichick cannot keep trotting him out there as his starting quarterback. The media in the Boston area is going to have a field day with it. The fans are already turning on him, and it's only a matter of time before the guys in the locker room turn on him. Not because to say that he's a bad guy, but at the end of the day, they're not going to put their faith behind a guy at quarterback with whom they don't believe can go out there and get them a win. Things have definitely changed for the Patriots. The folks that follow that team in the area, no disrespect, they've been spoiled for a long time due to the success that this franchise has enjoyed. Things have changed in New England for the Patriots. And at the bottom line, it's time for an adjustment, time for Belichick to change things. And we might be seeing the last days of Mac Jones at quarterback for the Pats. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Now, I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now, you can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.